In this video, we're gonna do a new casting contest testing 3 different braids, all popular. We have PowerPro #1. They're all 10-pound braids. We have Daiwa J-Braid 8 grand, and then we have a new one from Fins called Spin. They're all 10-pound braids, and we've tested them before when the lines were brand new. This is an update. I've been using all of these reels. These lines have roughly equal time on the water. And so this test is gonna examine how they perform after some usage. Some lines deteriorate quickly, others don't, and this will help us determine which one of these are the long-term best solution for castability. So here's how it works. We have these reels, and I've actually got the spools the exact same size now. Last time, one was a little bit favored. I actually had to pull some line off. And so we have equal amount of line on the spool. Again, all 10-pound line. We're using the same rod. We're just gonna switch these reels, and we're using the same casting weight. So everything is the exact same except for the reels. We're gonna cast down this beach. We have five casts, and then we'll do an extra one to take out the shortest one, and we're gonna examine the results to see how they perform. All right, so we just finished the cast. We have 5 casts each. And here are the results. This is the closest casting contest we've ever had. There was one anomaly. I'll put that on me. I'll take the blame. I messed up on one of them. But what we have here are 3 colors. So black, we'll start from the beginning, right? I was casting in that direction. So black is the J-Braid, PowerPro is the green, and then Fins is the pink. And this is so close. You know, these casts were about 120 feet, plus or minus. And they're so close where we can't rule one better than the other. Technically, PowerPro was a little bit farther, but then J-Braid was 2 and 3, and then Fins was number 4. So they were all so close that we're gonna have to basically call it a draw. So as far as what line is best, it really comes down to the other factors. You know, one being the knot strength. We've tested that before. There's a clear winner there. But before I talk about that, I'll talk about number 2 is just overall performance on the water. So with doing that first casting contest, people are saying, hey, how about wind knots? You know, how different are they in wind knots? And I'm pleased to report that I had no wind knots with any of these reels. Again, I used them quite a while. And I actually had this J-Braid that won the initial casting contest. It was a little bit overspooled, and I kept it overspooled to see if it would give me wind knots, and still no wind knots. Even lent these out to some friends, and no wind knots with them either. So pleased to report that no wind knot issues with any of these reels. And as far as on the water performance, I really just couldn't tell a difference, right? If my eyes were closed, I really couldn't tell too much of a difference. The J-Braid was the smoothest. That was definitely the biggest difference. Whereas these are, you know, PowerPro's a 4-strand. The Fins line is a 5-strand. They have a little bit rougher surface, rougher exterior. Whereas the J-Braid is just silky smooth. So going through the guides, you know, I don't hear the J-Braid where I do hear and feel the PowerPro and the Fins. So now it really just comes down to knot strength in my opinion, and for that, the J-Braid is the conclusive winner. This is by far the strongest line I've tested as far as a 10-pound braid. I've tested a bunch of them. I had this break at 26 pounds. I was using the FG knot, a 10-pound line broke at 26 pounds, which is remarkable. Yes, braid does break higher than the rated strength, but as far as PowerPro, which is a great line as well, the highest I ever got it to is 22 pounds, and I've done a ton of testing on this. And then Fins was 3rd on the strength test for knot strength. I can't remember the exact breaking point, but I'll put it down below. It was close to the PowerPro. It was in the low 20s. So again, this J-Braid has definitely proven to be better with knot strength, and for getting fish around docks. I've had many instances with both J-Braid and PowerPro getting around docks. Both of them perform well. I do feel like I have a slight advantage with the J-Braid when having to pull a fish around structure. So for those reasons, I'm gonna keep personally using this J-Braid just because I just like the fact that it's silky smooth. I don't hear or feel the line going through the guides, and it just has strong line, and then similar performance on the water compared to the other two. So although it is a little bit more expensive, I think that few dollars is worth the price. But I'll be curious to get your thoughts. If you have used these lines, I'd be curious to get your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what lines you would like me to test next. I'll just keep matching lines up against this J-Braid and see if there's one that can beat it. And again, any questions at all about this experiment or how to make these experiments more accurate, please let me know. These tests are just as much for me as they are for you, so I want them to be as accurate as possible. And so far, this has been the best solution we found so far. So thank you so much for your time and watch. And if you're new to Saltstrong, just know that we're the biggest online fishing club for inshore saltwater anglers. If you're targeting redfish, sea trout, snook, flounder, there's nothing else like it. We actually guarantee you'll be catching more fish than ever before while saving money on all the tackle you need. To learn more, go to saltstrong.com. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.